What's up, guys? It's your boy Kittens coming back to you guys with a video talking about my favorite score streaks and kind of like my current score streak stuff and kind of just generically rating some score streaks of some power levels and kind of like how strong they are and kind of talk about individual ones I think maybe need some buffs like the gunship and some things like that. And talk about why I don't use the care packages as much anymore. The percentages were changed for the care packages. A while ago, I made a video talking about how I wanted to do a fun thing where I only use the care packages and like UAV style, like non-kill streak style kill streaks. Um, and just and use that as like a funny percentage thing to see like how many kills I get from stuff, just from lucking into it with the care package. But a bunch of these score streaks are juicy, guys. I'm not gonna lie. So I've went through and kind of like gotten kind of everything and just enjoyed the different streaks at different points. I want to earn some more chopper gunners to enjoy that a little bit more, but I haven't gotten to do too many. I've gotten like 3 or 4 of these or something. So yeah, so I don't know. The funny thing, that the main reason that I wanted to do that is because the percentages were changed noticeably. I noticed at some point that, and I'm not sure, it's kind of a duality here. I'm not exactly sure. Like, I have enough data to show that, like, the stuff that you actually get from the packages has changed. I earned maybe 50 to 70 airdrops, and a large majority of them were recorded because they were just sweet clips and posted and whatever. Um, and I have like the stats or whatever from my the kills and stuff beforehand and all that to do all the cool stuff over time. But I'm not sure the duality here, and I'm not sure if the percentages were changed or if it was just that the swarm and EMP were added in, so the same percentages are there and present, but because there's two more variables into the pot, now you end up with just different results on average. And so the interesting thing that I noticed that's like kind of anecdotal, but mildly not, because I've used around 100 in both circumstances, kind of after the include of the emergency air, about 100 airdrops or so, where I have like four packages all at once, and you just open a bunch of stuff. You get a bunch more Juggernaut recons on average. I notice a lot more counter UAVs and UAVs. There seems to be a lot more risk and reward with it, where there's a lot more reward. There's a lot more instances of high-end kill streaks, like singular high-end, where you pull like a gunship, or you. I've never pulled Swarm. I've never pulled EMP with it yet, which is actually interesting that both of those seem to be rather rare for the care packages, even with as many as I've pulled. I've actually, oh no, I did have an EMP one time, but someone stole it. I'm pretty sure someone stole it from a pack, because someone stole my pack and then EMP'd, but I'm not 100% because you can't see inside of it. But that did happen one time, as funny as it is. But no, so I noticed a lot more bomb drones, but the higher risk reward of it is that the risk side of it is every once in a while you'll crack 4 packs at the same time, and it'll literally be like SAM turret, 2 UAVs, and a counter. And that used to just like never happen. Like that would like never happen before. Counter UAVs were like extinct inside of the care package set. It kind of just didn't happen early game. There was a number, you get it, actually, as funny as it is, I have almost the most kills in the beginning with the bomb drone. I thought it was hilarious because I got so many of them, just straight up like throughout with my care packages. And I don't mind. I use my bomb drones, and the funny thing is, you'd get like 1 or 2 kills every time, more or less. Like I just use mine pretty quick. I don't really plan it out too much to get the extra kills. And honestly, like I had so many kills with it, but nowadays it really just doesn't pop up as much. But again, I find more high risk, high reward. Pull a lot of Wheelsons, a lot of turrets, a lot of a little mortar strikes, kind of mid range. I've gotten VTOLs, carpet bombs frequently, gunships multiple times, gunners, assault juggernauts. I think like a bunch of times from care packages. Just juggernauts seem to pop out a lot. That's kind of the anecdotal side of care packages. And, as funny as it is, it's going to be such a super long video of me talking about care packages and rating which ones I think are super strong. Maybe I should get out of the way right away and say that the buffs and nerfs and whatever and things that I think maybe should get changed around. So Wilson is super strong for what it is. Like it's at 1,000. It's relatively easy to get. in the Scorestreak package set, and it does a lot of damage. One of the funny things with it is that it doesn't affect spawns. Same thing with the remote turret. You can straight up set this thing into a spawn and have teams spawn on you while you're shooting them. And there's like some spawn protections, I think, but I think I'm pretty sure it's just like extra health or something. You can kind of just abuse that. Now, there's as kind of a good thing. The reason why it doesn't affect spawns is so that you can't just straight up spawn trap people almost immediately. Like if you use the score streak setup, like you have remote turret plus Wheelson, and then you set them up somewhere on a flag or something in an objective side, and that affected spawn, you could force people to spawn on a certain side of the map while you're holding an objective because your turrets are like somewhere else, right? So it's actually a good thing that people can spawn on them. But the funny other side of that is that you get tons and tons of kills with this. There's so many times where you kill like 4 or 5 people or something, wheel it straight into spawn, and then get another 4 or 5 kills, and then just like wheel it around the map. Like Rust, this thing is insane. Like it's an instant like 15 kills. You know, just like even with people like rocketing it and shooting it and all this, that, and the other. The funny thing is that when I look at the gunship, I look at the gunship as something that would probably need to be nerfed because the weird in between of this is like when you use the gunship, you frequently are going to get like 10 kills or less. Like actually, like it lasts a decent amount of time. It's strong in objective modes. Like it's hard to get flags. Definitely, you know, like it does do work. But the thing is, like the Wheelson does more, and it's 5 less kills. You know, or like 4 less kills than like TDM, and then like you know, I guess 5 kills in a bunch of objective modes. But like your caps and points will count if you're using the score side. So I kind of look at it, and it's just weird. Like I feel like this needs to be buffed a little bit, or like cost less points or something, or like something. Shoot faster. I don't know. You know, the Wilson maybe needs to be like more points. Maybe I don't know. Like or like maybe like the EMPs and stuff maybe need to do more to it. Like I think there's like if you get like EMP'd and stuff, it'll you can still move it, but it just gets stuck shooting. And then there's like the EMP gun with like the you know the new the Storm Render, I think it's called. That one, I'm pretty sure, doesn't stick the movement at all. And it doesn't like force you to shoot, but it just like so you can still move with it and still like shoot whenever you want. It's just that the screen gets a little bit messed up or something, and you like take damage on the Wilson for like the durability and whatever. So it's kind of like a relatively strong streak considering like the counters 2 streaks as well. I'm pretty sure both of those that's like how that like interacts with the Wilson. But like I'm sitting here kind of like I feel like this is just like a relatively very strong streak that I frequently pull like 15 to even like 20 kills with when I use it. Whereas the Hilo gets swatted out of the sky like that, you know. So I don't know. Okay, so outside of that, let's talk about my favorite Scorestreak package. I talked a lot about it kind of a little bit in the beginning. Care packages, I feel like it's super strong. And I feel like the fun thing to do with it is to give your care packages to a bunch of people so you have a bunch of streaks. And the gimmicky thing is you kind of end up with like a whole bunch of streaks. You have a UAV and then 4 random things. And I usually just like will take something until I get like a good streak, and I just leave the rest of the stuff there and just use whatever the good streak is or whatever. And the idea of it is that if you're giving the stuff to your teammates, you create this like weirdly powerful moment where you're using like 4 streaks at the same time. And then you know you have multiple people that are able to make decisions and like use those streaks in whatever way they would want to like try to win the game, instead of you just sitting there. Because the other side of that is like if you try to just take everything and use everything, you'll get stuck for like a minute, sometimes more, just using streaks. You know, and that's all like you personally trying to have this little mission on the map, trying to like do whatever you're trying to do. But if you give the streaks to a bunch of people and have them all go off at the same time, you end up with crazy scenarios. Like you know, one time I got into a gunship and a teammate ripped a support package. One time I pulled a VTOL and my teammate ripped an assault. I mean, a bunch of crazy situations have happened from just like you know just doing that. So I think that's super fun, super strong. But right now, what I really enjoy doing is precision airstrike, care package, and UAV. You know, I might move around a couple of these just because it's cool for clips. I really like it for clips and like the sequencing of stuff, like without without using the cost reduction, it's like 4 kills in TDM, 5 in regular, and then so it's like 4, 5, 6, and you get your streaks, or 5, 6, 7, and you get your streaks, just like depending. And it's really nice. And then with the reduction, it's like 3, 4, 5. And that's nice. I do a bunch of the sniping JS, and I like doing that. And the precision airstrike is really sweet. I was using cruise missile for a while, and SAE is kind of one of my other favorites. But yeah, no, I enjoy a bunch of the low end streaks, especially in my mornings. So I'm getting on. This is kind of an early morning for. I have some coffee. I just yawned, just yawned. But yeah, no. So otherwise, I want to talk about some of the streaks I think are relatively good. Maybe the worst streak in the game. Why not? Let's say it. Mm, mm. I think it's a Sam. I think it's a Sam because like it's cool. It's fun and everything. The thing with it is that it's like it's visible to players on the map. Like when you leave it out, it like glows red, so people can like see it through maps, even like without the perk that it like allows you to do that. It makes it you get like an outline. It's the same thing for the Wheelson, and in the Wheelson's case, it makes sense because like you can spawn on it and stuff, so it's nice to be able to see it like through a surface. But with this, it just makes it an easy target to kill. Like, I mean, you put it out with the idea of it's supposed to be like killing a UAV, but the funny thing is when people destroy it, it actually gives people more points than like of destroying a UAV or like some other stuff. I'm pretty sure it gives you like 100 points. It gives you like slightly more points to destroy than other stuff on the map, like med boxes and crap like that. So like it's this awkward like there's so many times where I put it out and it just gets destroyed, and not only does that, but it doesn't like give you a notification when someone destroys it, so you'll like think that it's still out, and like UAVs are popping out, and like the reality is someone like destroyed it and called in a UAV. Like, I think the SAF turret for me goes down as the worst streak in the game. In a joking, funny way, I'll expose myself a little bit. I thought the mosquito drone straight up didn't work for a while because I thought you would just like shoot it at the ground and then it would go up from there and like fly up from the ground. So I was just like shooting it at the ground and it was just blowing up, like straight up. The way I figured this out was giving someone a care package. They ripped a mosquito drone, and I was like laughing because they like, shot a mosquito drone, and I was like, oh, that's a crappy one. And then I was like, wait, that's how it works? Like straight up. I was like, wait, so you just shoot it in the air instead? Like, yeah, no, I'll share that. That's no, but the mosquito drone actually is pretty good. It like kills people through the EOD shield and stuff. Like it's actually pretty solid. Like you can actually get like doubles and triples and like weird like kills with it. Bomb drone's actually hilariously really good in search in a bunch of objective modes. It's just kind of slow. Like, if you're walking around and you have it, like you can earn it really quickly and it does get a bunch of kills. Like you can like slowly use it and get like triples and like quads and stuff with it. It's just hard to get a bunch of kills, but it works. I mean, you can get a bunch of kills with it. I just prefer something like the cruise missile or something because you just use it super fast and then it gets you a couple of kills. Counters are great. They're super annoying. I hate counters. I'm super glad that they made counters mildly easy to destroy because like I mean they're really powerful, and like they also I mean they're great to use to like just get points and like go for other streaks and everything, but they're so annoying. Like I don't know. I kind of almost don't use them just because they're annoying. Guardians, I just find myself not using them really. I've never really like selected Guardian as one of the streaks to use. I might just because I kind of never had. I just usually luck into them from the care packages, and I use them, but I don't really ever get kills from them. Like I'll like shoot people that are like affected by the Guardian, right? And I actually really like the suppression mine, which kind of does like the same thing. It's just like I'd rather just I mean honestly a bunch of my classes do have this suppression mine, and I'd rather just use that. As funny as that is. But I might just use it one day. Be like UAV Guardian like cluster and go like max traps. I don't know. Maybe that'd be fun. Or like Guardian Sentry. I don't know. That'd be cool. Clusters, stupidly strong. like actually stupidly strong. You can get like a but like you can get actually get like 5 or 6 kills with it, just from like picking up a couple doubles in like larger modes if you put it somewhere like multiple people will walk or something. And the other thing is that like it's hard to see. Like it's actually like genuinely hard to see. Like I've walked into them like frequently, like just randomly because I just didn't see the like red glowing on the ground or whatever. IMSs before like in the game were relatively very easy to see because it's just kind of like this big box thing that is just like off color on the ground. That's like, I mean, it had like a similar globe and you get like a sound effect, all this crap. But like the real thing is like if you see it around the corner, you might not like keep walking. With this, you just freaking walk into it like all the time. Like it's actually genuinely hard to see and can kill a bunch of people. Like it's actually really strong. I feel like it's almost obnoxious. I kind of don't use it because I feel like if you get multiple sets of it in a game, it just makes the game like really obnoxious. Because like people just die all the time from like walking around corners and stuff randomly. I don't know. Precision's great. It kills people really quick to use. You can get like you can get like quads with it and stuff really quickly if you put it in the right spot. It'll just kind of just straight up kill everyone in a little spot. I play a lot of objective modes, so like doing that in a hard point or like a domination match is really nice for me. Honestly, I just really like that. Same thing with the cruise missile. Same thing with the SAE. Same thing with the mortar strike. Running with laser squad. I feel like that's what I'd want to say with it. Just like freaking like UAV, airstrike, mortar strike. Just like run with lasers. It's actually like it's funny. It's funny to yell when you're running with it, and it's also a really strong strike like package. Like it's actually really strong in a bunch of objective modes. Doesn't take a lot of kills and can just get you like a straight up quad feed plus. If you just put it in the right spot, super nice. Remote turret's kind of awkward because like I feel like it has this weird effect of like the Wilson where you can place it in spawns and like people will spawn on it, but that's specifically so that like you can't cause spawn locks and stuff with this with the Wilson and the remote turret. And I just feel like people don't like organically walk in front of the turret, like even if you put it in a good spot, right? Like you put it in a good spot, after it kills a couple people, people just organic like don't like walk in front of it, right? I mean, people just if they're doing that, they're doing that to like throw nades or because they pulled out like a rocket launcher or an RGL or some crap, right? And then the sentry like luck kills a couple people as they're like blowing up the sentry. So like I don't know, I like it. I think it's a good streak. Gives you like an extra teammate or whatever, but like, I feel like it's not as good as it seems. I prefer I prefer like the instant stuff. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Let me know in the comments. Maybe you like remote turrets a lot. I like the Wheelson a lot because you can, have this funny moment where you kill people out of a zone, and then after you kill people out of the zone, you just wheel it straight into spawn. People spawn on it, kill everybody out of that spawn, and then, rinse, wash, and repeat for a little while and cause this like huge problem that like a team just has to deal with. Or basically like when they're challenging zones, it's really like 2 or 3 people challenging the zone, and everyone else is just like distracted by the Wheelson. So it creates a really strong moment in the team to like do stuff. Hilo is really fun. Hilo kind of like sometimes gets swatted out of the sky super fast. The other side of it is that when it's out for a while, it's moderately not that strong. I just like running around and trying to get quad feeds while it's out. I mean, it's honestly really fun to do that. Like after you have a solid streak of like 7 or 8 kills, you get your helo out or something, get a flag cap. And then you run around and try to hit a solid quad because now you have a bunch of like pings, a little bit of previous damage, so your hit markers don't really matter as much for a bunch of snipers and marksmen and stuff. It's really nice and fun, run around with the helo. Just sometimes it just gets shot out of the sky really quick. It's just what it is. The Juggernaut Recon, really strong, really funnily strong if you play it right. Like it doesn't have a lot of health. It takes like 3 solid snipes, 4 snipes to kill the Juggernaut Recon, but honestly, it's still really strong. Again, like playing it right, I've had moments where like I just go quad feed into quad feed while I'm capping a flag. You can kind of just like force a capture of a flag, you can force a hard point zone, where you just sit there because like people can't kill you out of it for a little while, because you're in the recon, and it's really nice. I like playing it kind of aggressively. I love riot shields. Riot shield play I feel like is super strong. There's a reason riot shields got nerfed down a little bit. It's just what it is. Super strong play. Airdrops are great. I talked about it a little bit. The carpet bomb is kind of in this weird place where like sometimes I just don't get kills with it. Like I'll use it, and the funny thing is like sometimes I won't get kills with it because your teammates will get a couple kills right before, and then people will spawn in and then get like spawn protection sometimes too. So like you'll sometimes it'll get nothing, but I've straight up had like seven, eight kill like just wipes, like just it just like wipes the whole team with it. And I should have saved those for clips and stuff. I just didn't want to as much because I like putting like some kills connected to those kill streak kills. But a bunch of the times I've used it, it's straight up got like one guy, and it's such a big streak. But it's super fun to use. I mean, it's specifically powerful in like hardpoint. Because if you're like losing a point but you get a carpet bomb, you can like straight up kill everyone out of it, and there's really almost nothing anyone can do, especially if the hard point's in the open, and you can force a situation where like people like the entire team is like back in spawn, and then you're in the hard point, and then you can get like more points by getting some kills then, and maybe even like another carpet bomb, and it can kind of create this situation in hardpoint where you can outright like win a game by yourself by just like getting enough points to earn a bunch of carpet bombs, and that's super strong. There's not a lot of streaks that can kind of do that, but that's one. Carpet bomb is definitely one of them. VTOL is maybe in the same class of streaks where it can kind of get you the game. If you just get enough kills to earn like 2 or 3 VTOLs back to back, you can kind of just outright win a hard point, or like outright win a domination if like the flags are in the open. Sometimes it's super strong streak, lasts for a long time. I like that you can move it around too. I mean, it's super nice. I mean, VTOL is definitely one of my personal favorites for like getting the most kills, for like having a streak and like actually having like just a super effective streak. As a top end, it's super fun to earn like UAV, advanced UAV at the end maybe, or UAV counter or something to just stack up those points to get it faster. Super fun to earn. Advanced is great, lasts super long. I'm pretty sure it's uncounterable in this game. Like you actually like you can't shoot it out of the sky. I'm not 100% on that, but the couple of times that people have pulled advanced UAVs at me and I've looked at the sky, I'm pretty sure it's uncounterable, and it like lasts like double length of the normal UAV. Super strong. I like it a lot. I personally don't go for it that often, just because UAVs are just kind of easier. I mean, they're not better. It's just that you can kind of get like multiple UAVs. I don't know. Like if you have UAV on low end packages, you'll have like a bunch of instances of UAVs, but like the advanced, you'll have like maybe like 2 in a good game. I don't know. I like it, but here and there. The gunship, I feel like it needs a buff, or maybe like a point cost reduction or something, because it just doesn't really kill that many people. And chopper gunner is kind of the same for me, although I feel like in the chopper gunner I consistently get more kills than with the gunship. I haven't recorded too many of my gameplays with the chopper gunner, and I haven't gotten as many, so not 100%. EMP's pretty freaking sweet. I like it. As a sniper, where I don't really want to go for as many of like the kill streak kills, I guess. I don't know, however you say that. Nowadays I'm enjoying them a little bit, but the EMP is one of those ones I love. It's just like a mini nuke or whatever. One cool side of it is you can get points for destroying a bunch of streaks with the EMP, so you can actually use the EMP to wrap into other streaks and your next lives and stuff like that, and that's really cool. I like it for that. Juggernaut is just stupidly strong. I have a couple times I've used it. It's like dummy thick. It's dummy thick. There's music playing. I love Riot Shield play, but an infinite minigun, that's kind of maybe better. I don't know. I mean, it's what it is. Like, I friggin' the first time I had this, I remember I went through 3 entire hardpoint zones where the opponents couldn't get into the hard point, like just straight up couldn't do anything. As I'm realizing that like the minigun's infinite, and I'm like maniacally laughing about it, right? And I remember like that game. I remember we lost, like actually, like the team that we were playing against was really good and just got in the point a lot, and my team didn't, and I was so salty about it like all game. But like I did have a juggernaut streak with like a ridiculous. It was great. It was so much fun. But the takeaway from that, juggernaut is incredibly powerful. It's definitely worth being all the way at the top of where it is. It's almost too strong. Like when it's like awkwardly like way too much health, does way too much damage, like has an infinite minigun. It's perfect. It's so great that it's at the top of the score streak chain, and that it's really difficult to get. A couple of times I earned it. I actually like took all match to earn it, and then like got it all the way at the end too, because it's relatively very difficult. Swarms, I haven't earned them in normal gameplay. I've done it a bunch in bots, but I tried to earn it a couple times in normal gameplay. I was able to get my juggernauts, but for some reason with the swarms I was struggling a lot, and maybe like score based matchmaking a lot or something. So I kind of just decided to not really do swarms, and I was like, you know what, bust this. I'm gonna care package swarm. You know. So far, as funny as it is, I've never gotten care package EMP, never gotten care package swarm. Although that one time, I am suspicious that guy did steal an EMP and blow up a bunch of streaks from. It was terrible. The only thing he stole from the packs was the EMP. It's whatever. It's what it is. It's Call of Duty, man. I mean. But no, I love the packs. It's so good. Creates so much counterplay and so much fun. But yeah, no, that's basically how I would rate all of the streaks, where I think everything is, and kind of how strong everything is. I feel like a lot of very strong streaks are in the early package. Just to summarize, a lot of these kill-based kill streaks are actually relatively very strong in this early package. Um, and then I guess, even kind of on the lower end, the mosquito and the bomb drone are really effective. They're really nice. And then, I guess my high end side of it would be like E drop and past it with like the carpet bomb and VTOL is like the high end streaks in my mind, I guess. A lot of these are, I feel like, a little bit lacking. A little bit. I mean, it's like, I don't know. It's like, I don't know why I would go for a gunship if I can just get a VTOL. I don't know. The carpet bomb doesn't last that long. I mean, it's great in certain scenarios, like the hard point scenario, it's super strong. But like in a bunch of other scenarios, like PDM, it's like just go for the VTOL or like a Wilson or something to get like a bulk of kills at once. I don't know, like some of these streaks I feel like are kind of like disproportionate. I do like that, like the top end is definitely the top end where it's super strong. Swarms could even be a little bit stronger even, but I feel like they are relatively very strong already. The top end is great. I just feel like there's like a weird section of like these two are kind of just not as strong as they should be, and the carpet bomb could maybe, I don't know. I feel like it's nice. Maybe it's just right where it's supposed to be. I like carpet bomb. I don't know. I'm kind of in the middle with carpet bomb. I feel like it's good. I like it. I like it. I don't know. So that's how I feel about all the score streaks. I hope you guys have enjoyed this long, rambly video in the morning, just talking about my personal preferences, what I'm enjoying for streaks, and hope you guys enjoy Call of Duty stuff too. It's been your boy Kittens. Peace.